Hey y'all, Boogie here. How's it going? Welcome to Sonic Boogie Plays Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Now, this was actually a poll I posted to my YouTube channel a few days ago, so thank you to everybody who voted. Now, for those of you who voted for Cursed, Half-Life 2, or, in Alan's case, Alan Wake, I will play those games eventually, but this is going to take the forefront for the time being. Now, for those of you who don't know Amnesia: The Dark Descent, it is a survival horror game that is heavily inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. How inspired, you might say? Well, imagine if The Outsider, Shadow Out of Time, and Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath had hot, wild, crazy demon sex together. 9 months later, there you go, this game. So if you're not a fan of survival horror games, I would not recommend this, to say the least, but if you want to delve into more of the creepy side of life, game on. So that being said, bring me my brown pants. Go to the intro here, a little cutscene action.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
And now you have our intro. Just FYI, this is not a 100% blind playthrough of this game. I played it about 7 or maybe 8 years ago, I'm guessing. But I haven't touched it since, so it's going to be more of an astigmatism playthrough. So there will be things I forget, some things I remember, so I will go over things as I remember them. So, okay. Come on, Daniel. Up and at him, boy. There you go. It's okay, man. I haven't had my coffee, so I know what you mean. So, standard controls. Check it out. Journal. Journal for that. Notes. Notes available. Diary. Entries. No. Mementos. Follow the liquid trail to find its source. So, we got... There we go. Look at that multicolor stuff. So, we're just going to get our bearings first. So, we're going to do WADs for that. Shift and sprint. Here. Feeling kind of dizzy. Okay, so... You see the candles, you see torches eventually. Once you get some tinder boxes, you'll be able to light these items, but we don't have any right now, so I for inventory, tab for inventory, excuse me. No tinder, journal, no oil, sanity meter, health, okay. Yes, like a lot of horror games, this does employ a sanity meter, so if you see creepy, horrible things, ooh, tinder, thank you very much. You see creepy, horrifying things, your sanity will drain. And with that, you'll be seeing more freaky things, and you'll eventually pass out, which makes you perfect. Okay. To interpret that as the wind and not as science surround sound. In fact, I'm actually playing this game. So when you run into more enemies further in the pike, you will faint if your sanity drops off, and then you will be perfect cannon fodder for them. So let's keep on trucking. Okay. It's okay, Daniel. Keep on trucking. You okay? You had your coffee? Alright, let's proceed. Or not. We're just not going to go that way. Sorry. Okay. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Go back to the door. Oh, derp. I'm an idiot. Like I said, or that could happen, for instance. Like that. More tinder. Very nice. Keep breathing, Daniel. It's okay, buddy. We're gonna get through this together. I know, you woke up with a wicked hangover. We've all been there. There you go. Catch your breath. We're all right. All right, more tinder. Sweet. We will be using this quite a bit towards the end game, so we're going to hold on to it as much as humanly possible, which might mean we're going to be like Bruce Springsteen and dance in the dark if we have to. Nothing. Is that a page? Oh, there is a page here. Hang on. This game does include physics, so we can pick up things and smash them. So if I find something worth breaking that open with, more tinder, and a broomstick. Essentially, come on. There we go. Get over there. And I can't pick it up. That was a waste of time. So let's go and get through this door here. Like I keep saying, physics puzzles, you use the hand to push doors open. You can rotate stuff around, throw it. It's better than Penumbra, I will say that. Come on, Danny boy. Up the stairs. Okay. It's alright. It's okay. This castle's coming apart at the seams. Damn. I'm gonna get a contractor to fix this action out. Oh, God. You okay, buddy? Keep breathing. That's the key trick. Keep breathing. Let's take a look at our sanity very quickly. Crystal clear sanity. Health is good. Alright, we're making progress. For Tinder. Come on, dude. The swaying will stop. Just get your seal legs. Yes. An open door in the middle of a creepy castle. Like a white dude in a horror movie. I better investigate. I'm not going to go in there right now. I need to get a lantern. So we're just going to keep on trucking. And we're going to cut through here and get a nice little lesson in Tinder. Okay, so I don't want to use my tinderbox, but it's simply just click, and there you go. Slight headache. There you go. Our sanity is starting to slip. Great. Come on, Daniel. You're better than this, bro. So by lighting tinderboxes and staring into the light, pull a little Manfred Man action, you will slowly regain your sanity back. But if there's monsters around, I would not advise it. Nothing in there. Okay. Let's go down here. Is there anything of substance? Just a lot of wind. Great. Keep following this trail of liquid. And we're going to go to our next area, the archives. The other children cheered him on, his name voiced in a steadily rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this, the young boy thought, and struck his victim with a rock. Laughs are plenty tonight. Alright, let me have a sip of my fizzy water right now. Shit's about to get real full-blown adult style. Okay. So our first order of business is to find the lantern. Is to chill the hell out. Go down here for a second and visit our friends, the hissing cockroaches. I hate cockroaches too, Daniel, but you gotta chill out for a second, brother. Yes, I know. Head pounding, hand shaking. Great. We are really making good progress. I should not stick around here. Is there anything worth taking? Yes, there is stuff worth taking. We got 2 tinder boxes. That's it. Okay. Let's keep on moving. I want to get out of here. I want to find some light. Okay. Daniel, you're hungover. Relax. Just keep breathing. Have some coffee. Take some blank pages. Okay. There we go. Now we got the lantern. It's got some oil in it. Still head patting, head shaking. Health is still looking good. After the lantern, that's good. I don't want to use this too often because we don't have any oil, but we're going to just make use of what we can. Let's pick that up. More tinder. It's Christmas! Glory Day. Okay. No oil. I'm sure I'm missing stuff around here. I can guarantee you that. But let's keep on going. I want to control that. Okay. Now, I talked about this about your sanity, but the way to get your sanity back, aside from staring into light, is by completing puzzles in this game. Light that sucker up. So the more puzzles you create in this game, you will slowly get your sanity back. Will it go straight back up to crystal clear? No, but it will be better than being head pounding, hand shaking, or, God forbid, the worst case scenario, the ellipses. Daniel, it's okay, buddy. I know. Okay. It's not worth anything. Is there anything here? Oh, good. Okay, we got more tinder. And some deep chanting. We're doing okay. Alright, is there anything else left in this room I need to hawk? Nothing. Books? Yeah, I don't need your books. Keep on trucking. In here. Okay. And we made it to the source of the ink. What do we got here? Well, first of all, we need oil. So let's go ahead and just double click that. That'll drop that automatically into your oil valve. Let's take a look what
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there'll be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
So, no pressure, nice uplifting message for our lovely protagonist, Daniel. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to get into the next area. And that's a pretty simple fact. Before we do that, I want to make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. Here we go. Pull yonder lever. There we go. And check this out. Okay, so here we go. We're back to slight headache, which is a step above head pounding, hand shaking. Oh, leave me alone. And Bernie goes to the next area, the entrance hall. He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick to the stomach. Hazel remained hidden in fear she too would be punished. This is a really uplifting game, just in case you didn't know that. Oh, now we can shift. It's sprint. Awesome. We will need that in future games. So we're in our first area.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brandenburg.
So you'll get these cutscenes from time to time, which are basically just telling the backstory before he lost his memory. And is that blood or paint? So this is the area we need to go eventually, but there's obviously a few obstacles we have to get past beforehand. So here we go. Fabrica Equatoria. So refinery something. Ugh. Lovely. Itself, we've looked at that. Diaries, mementos here. Some sort of organic tissue blocks the path to the refiner. Can it be dissolved? Plot point! Ugh, just that noise. It's beautiful. It's lovely and pleasant and grotesque. So obviously we need to come up with some sort of chemical to help us dissolve said thing. But before we do that, let's do a little bit more exploring. We got this little side area here outside of this staircase. We got a chest with oil and tinder. Don't click that, add that more. We're going to keep doing that because there will be areas that are pitch-ass dark that we need to make sure that we use our lantern. So if it's going to be slightly filled with cockroaches again, then hold on to it. Tinder, keep that for that. Ooh, hello. More lantern oil, keep that. Can we just walk out the door and forget about it? Stupid question, I apologize. Still slight heading. Okay, we're alright. Yes, cockroaches. I'm done with you. So let's head to our first area, which I know is upstairs. There's a few areas we have to hit throughout this, but the first order of business is go up here and around the corner, and that will take us to our next area.
No! Get away from me!
I wasn't anywhere near you. The more we get into the game, the more you will hear voices throughout the kind of... Please tell me that was a whippoorwill, even though that has no place to do in the middle of Europe. Or is that a dog? Either way, I don't want to think about it. So let's just keep on going. Okay, here we go. The tabularium. Here's our first thing, the archives. And there's other areas we need to hit too later on, but we need to get this other stuff out of the way. But just to show you, well, obviously this area is locked. That's not going to work. So we're going to go in here. The archives. Okay. I don't want to hear those noises, not this early. I know there's gatherers around here somewhere, but I don't want to think about that just yet. Oh no, let's pick that up.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Once again, are you picking up any H.P. Lovecraft elements in this game so far? Because I noticed that right out of the gate, but to each their own. Okay, so let's go, like any good adventure game, survival horror. We're going to root through these drawers and figure out if we find anything worth taking. Why not? Alexander appears to be an asshole, we might as well steal from him. Take anything that's just not nailed down. Anything here? Alright, let's keep... What was that? Let's keep going. Catalogs. You know what? We've got enough tinder. Let's go ahead and just put a little more light in here. Get out of the way. I'm done with you, chair. More tinder. See, we gained back what we lost. Hooray! Nothing. Nothing. What do we got here? Ooh, another page. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brandenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brandenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Gedich. Okay. Books. Now, if this wasn't a horror game, I would be sitting down in front of these book panels or bookshelf and reading as much as humanly possible, but I am a nerd. So let's go to the next room, the study. I don't know if you're hearing that, but I'm hearing in my headphones, but I'm hearing creepy muttering and gibbering. As if I didn't already have trouble sleeping at night. Great. Another note.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger.
Foreshadowing.
Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
A little more backstory for you on our lovely, compassionate, and not racist at all protagonist Daniel. Let's pull that chair out. No, I don't need you. Go away. Oh, hello. More tinder. I should have taken that. Nothing. And nothing. Anything in the bookshelves worth hawking? Nothing at all. Pull that out. Old tomes. Oh. Damn it. Okay. Oh, great. The piano's playing and I'm not touching it. What's up in this chest? Oil. More tinder. Alright, we're definitely hoarding the hell out of this shit right now. Okay, what do we got here? More? Yes! One other thing I forgot to talk about at the beginning is if you hold down and push Q or E, he can lean from side to side, which you will need later on in the game. Can I open this? And I guess not. Alright, go away. We're done with you. Pull that door wide open again, and let's go over here. What was this? Oh, okay. Now go. We'll go back in this area later on. Hey, hold up, Daniel. Hey, you're doing remarkably well for all these jump scares. Let's go ahead and add some more oil to that. Duh. I don't want to know what that was. It's bad enough to hear bugs flying around my face to begin with, but hearing weird things moaning, that just does not make that any better. More oil. Yes. Can I play it? Of course I can't. Okay. Let's go in here. And do we have anything of interest around here? Check that out.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble, and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Servants. That's ominous. Oh, we got another chest over here. 1 tinder, 2 tinder, coil. God, I feel like it's my birthday. Except much better. And why is there classical music playing again? I don't want to know who's playing it. Nothing, huh? The damn fairy godmother. Great. Well, I wasn't planning on going back that way anyway, so... Oh look, head pounding, hand shaking. Glorious. I'm gonna have to find another way. So let's go in here. Before he has a panic attack, let's light that sucker up. And another note. Or I just freak out again.
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Stay away from the light,
It was
Daniel.
waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
That's like at the end of every story when somebody dies. Come on, Daniel, get with the game.
I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
And that relic, my friends, is the orb, which will actually be the biggest part of the backstory throughout this entire game. It becomes essential to the central plot. So now you get another very important piece of this. So we're going to Kingdom of Prussia. Notes. So this is a really good spot for me to stop right now, because in our next episode we are going to break through yonder wall. And we are going to finish this room and get the key to the next area of the game. So with that in mind, y'all have a wonderful evening. Hope you're having fun so far, and I'll catch you on the flips, alright? Peace.